Good morning. This is Niki with Yoga Meets Therapy and Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness. Today we're going to do, or this class is a little more vigorous and in the Vinyasa style, so moving with breath, coming through sun salutations, standing postures, forward folds, backward bends. Really my intention is to kind of give you a well-rounded practice to get into a little bit of all of the body. And just kind of giving you permission, and hopefully you can give yourself that permission to take what you need from the class. So pushing yourself and doing all the things, or holding back a little bit and hanging out in a child's pose, or just a seated posture for a round or two if you feel like that's what is going to support you best in your practice today. And just wanted to kind of touch base a little bit on options for props. I know that a lot of us don't have yoga props at home, so just some things that you could find around the house to really help support you in your practice. In place of a block, you can take a stack of books or a few, hardcover books, or just, stack them so you can place your hands on them if you'd like. You can use a belt strap, or like a your bathrobe kind of tie. You can take that out and use that for a strap if you'd like. And then using a folded up towel or extra pillows or things like that to give you extra support when and where you think you might need it. So now that that's out of the way, you got some ideas on different things to use. This class will be about 45 minutes to an hour, and yeah, I think that's everything. So find your way into a comfortable seat, closing the eyes, and take a deep breath and let it fall out the mouth. Take a couple more. Deep inhale through the nose, letting the breath just fall right out. And just notice where you're at this morning. And take one more deep breath in. Let the breath fall out the mouth. We'll open with an Om. Feel free to join in. Inhale together. As you're ready, just find some movement in the body to start kind of getting the neck, the spine, the shoulders, maybe the hips. Just start kind of waking them up a little bit. Maybe even kind of stretching to one side or the other, but really just taking a few moments to check in with your body before we get into a little more movement and posture. Just notice if there's anywhere that might need a little extra attention or support today. And notice maybe you're just feeling particularly good this morning, so my allergies have been kicking up a little bit, so you might hear me kind of sniffle or cough a little extra this morning. And eventually make your way into a downward facing dog. Again, take your time if you still have movement and posture to do in the body. Really root down into the hands and root the knuckle of your first finger and your thumb, really root that spot into the floor. And as you root down, Don't let the shoulders, just give your neck some space. The shoulders come down the back a little bit more. The head just hangs. Start to reach the heels down into the floor a little bit more as well. Really active in the legs. If at any point you need to come to hands and knees or a child's pose while you're in a downward dog, feel free to take that at any point in your practice today. And let's start to walk the feet to the hands, come into a standing forward fold. And drop the head, drop the neck. Take a deep breath and let it fall out. And take your time here. If there's any movements that you want to do here in your forward fold, or if you just want to start to focus on the breath. Starting to notice sensation and breath in the body. Start to bend deeply through the knees. Check in with the feet, just bringing the feet parallel. They can touch or stay underneath the hips, your choice. Bend deeply through the knees and reach up, Utkatasana, awkward chair. Just hold it here for a couple of breaths. Noticing engagement in the body. See if you can start to deepen and slow down the breath, being very mindful with each breath. As you exhale, come to stand, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, reach the heart. Exhale, forward fold and hold. Release the hands to the floor if you've taken any variations. Root the hands down and step the right foot back, taking high lunge legs, and then inhale, reach up to a high lunge. We're going to start a little bit slower and eventually make our way into some full sun salutations, moving at a breath a movement. But right now we're just going to take some time connecting in with the body and with our breath. Exhale the hands to the floor, step back, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, drop the knees, drop the chest and the chin. Take a few breaths into the front of the neck, front of the chest, giving yourself a chance to open up that area. Inhale, slide through to a low cobra. Take a couple breaths. Exhale to a downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, high lunge legs. Inhale, reach up, high lunge. And take a few breaths here. Exhale, hands to the floor, step forward, forward fold. Drop the head, drop the neck. Bend deeply through the knees and check in with the feet, making sure they're parallel. Inhale, Utkatasana, awkward chair. Exhale, come to stand, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. I'm going to take that same sequence, but with the left leg. Step the left foot back. Inhale, high lunge. We'll move a little bit faster. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Feet together. Drop the head, drop the neck. Check in with the feet, bringing them parallel. Bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to stand, hands to heart center. Let the arms fall to the side. Bring the eyes to a close or take a soft gaze to the floor. Slow down the breath. And just notice where you are right now. In body, in breath. In this moment. Bring the hands to the body somehow, whether they come to the heart, the belly, the thighs, or even palms together. Just find a way to create connection with the body. Take a deep breath in. Let it fall out. And ask yourself, what do I need today? What does my body need? Just knowing sometimes you have answers and sometimes you don't. Either way, that's fine. Just recognizing where you are. Release the hands to the sides of the body. And we're going to start to come through some sun salutations, so moving a little bit faster. We're going to bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back through chaturanga, or just drop your knees. Inhale, upward dog if you're ready for it. Any backward bend otherwise. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold and breathe. On the bottom of your exhale, hop, step, or walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to stand, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back through chaturanga, or just drop the knees. Inhale, backward bend, upward dog if you're ready. Exhale, downward dog, hold and breathe. The bottom of your exhale, hop, step, or walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to stand, hands to heart center. Take a breath. I'm going to bring in some warrior ones through that whole sequence, coming into our type 2 or type B sun salutes. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga all the way through. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga all the way through. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Option to come into a child's pose and sit this next round out. Step the right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Hold and breathe. Option to hold in your child's pose. Come into your downward dog if you're not there. Step the right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Hold. Bring the hands to the hips. See if you can square the hips towards the front of the mat a little bit. So adjust your feet if you need to. See if you can bring that belly in and up a little bit. Just strengthening the core. Letting your body hold this posture from the core, the back and the front. Shoulders get soft. Option to interlace the fingers or keep the hands at the hips. And exhale, come forward, humble warrior. Front knee stays bent. Gaze comes to the floor or towards that back foot. Release the hands to the floor on either side of that front foot or to blocks or those books. So you've got options here. Kind of inhale to straighten the back. Bring the gaze straight down and start to straighten that front leg for Parsvottanasana. Tuck the right hip back as you reach the heart forward. Option to reach the arms up. Or interlace the fingers behind the back, or any other options or variations with the arms. And breathe. Bend through that front knee. Inhale, reach up, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga all the way through. Or just step back, downward dog. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. And hold. Bring the hands to the hips and adjust as you need to. trying to square the hips towards the front of the mat. Lift the heart, soften the shoulders. Coming into humble warrior on this side. Take any arm variations that work for you. And exhale, come forward, bringing the gaze down towards the floor or towards the back foot. Release the hands to the floor. Inhale to that flat back. Start to straighten through that front leg. Coming into Parsvottanasana. Whew, had a cramp. Hands can stay at the floor or they can reach behind you or anywhere else that feels appropriate for your body. Start to bend that front knee. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Hands to the floor, step back. Or just go to a downward dog. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. The bottom of your exhale, hop, step, or walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Put a slight bend in the knees and then start to roll up through the spine. Head and neck will come up last. Kind of just ragdoll your way up. Roll the shoulders down and away from the ears. We're going to step one foot deeply back behind you and then parallel the feet coming into a standing straddle. Doesn't matter which direction you face. Bring the hands to the hips. See if you can tuck the tailbone and lift the heart a little bit. So really engaging that core again. Take a breath. Exhale, reach the heart forward just until it's parallel to the floor. So spine stays parallel to the floor. Legs are nice and active. Core is engaged, or at least try to engage the core. And then on an exhale, all the way down. Drop the crown of the head, coming into a full standing straddle, forward fold. Take a nice deep falling out breath, inhaling through the nose, letting it fall out the mouth. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale to a flat back. Hands are under the shoulders. Bring the left hand directly underneath the face. Inhale that right arm up, opening the chest, creating a twist. Exhale the right hand down, replace the left hand with the right, so the right hand's under the face. Inhale, reach the left arm out and open. Exhale that hand down, forward fold. Take any other variations here that you'd like. You can reach to one side or the other. You can take a runner's stretch on either side, bending through one knee and extending the other leg. Just take a few moments to explore what it is that your body wants and needs from here. And come back to center. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders again. We're going to heel toe the feet in slightly and bend deeply through the knees. Feet are going to point away from you, the toes are going to point away from you a little bit, like 45 degrees. So pretty much the toes and the feet are going to be in line with the shins as the hips drop. Coming into a deep squat, you can take a block or those books and place it underneath the sits bones there if you want a little bit of support. Really getting into the inner thighs and hips and wherever else you might feel this. And feel free to adjust as you need to. Maybe the feet need to come in a little bit or out a little bit more. Reach that right hand in front of that right shin. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale the hand back down. Set yourself back up in center. And then reach that left hand in front of the left shin. Inhale the right hand up. Exhale the hand back down. Set yourself back up, hands at prayer position. And reach the hands down and start to straighten the legs. Heel toe the feet together. Standing forward fold, drop the head, drop the neck. And again, find your ragdoll all the way up. So gently bend the knees, roll up through the spine. Head and neck comes up last. And you make your way to stand. Take a deep breath in through the nose and let it fall out. Find your way back towards the front of the mat. And you might want a strap for this next part. We're going to do a little standing balance here with extension of the leg. So if you want that strap, you can just kind of grab it and put it in your hand. You can also work without a strap because we'll go through some variations, so your choice. Start to root into that left foot and bend and lift that right knee so the thigh is parallel to the floor. Foot is acting like you're going to stand on it. And maybe this is where you stay in this posture. That's totally fine. You can also work on holding that knee or grabbing a yogi toe lock with that same hand and extend the leg. When you extend the leg, the knee does not have to come straight. You can work here with a bent leg. If you want to straighten it, that's fine too. Wherever you are, tuck that right shoulder back and lift the heart. Take one more breath. And then whether the knee is bent or the leg is extended, we're going to open the leg out to the right. You can always use a wall or something to help with support and balance here if you'd like. Option to extend that left arm and bring the gaze to the left. And come back to center. 2 breaths. This is the fun part. If your knee is bent, try to extend the leg. If it's already extended, release the bind, point the toes, and hold. 1 more breath. We're going to bend the knee and then kick the leg back for a standing, another standing balance. The hands can come down to the floor to blocks. Leg reaches behind, gaze comes to the floor. And then release that right leg down to meet the left. Drop the head and neck, standing forward fold. And then find your way to a stand. Feel free to shake out the legs if you want to do that. We're going to root into the right foot. Start to lift that left knee, bending the knee. Foot acts like you're going to stand on the floor. Again, you can hold the knee here, or you can start to extend the leg and grab a yogi toe lock. Again, that leg can stay bent, or you can extend it, your choice. And just breathe. See if you can find a little more stability in that whole trunk core area. Engaging the belly. And wherever your leg is, we are going to open it out to the left, whether it's bent, straight, extended. Option to reach the right arm out and bring the gaze over. Come back to center. And we all fall. So just reset. And see if you can point those toes, release the bind. 2 more breaths. Bend the knee, kick the leg back, gaze comes to the floor. Hands can come down as well for another standing balance, warrior 3. Release that left foot down to the floor. Standing forward fold. Drop the head, drop the neck. Hug yourself in nice and deep. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Check in with the feet, bringing them parallel, bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to stand, hands to heart center. We're going to go through 1 round of type C sun salutes and then just a posture or 2 on each side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, open, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands to the floor and chaturanga, or just step back, downward dog. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, open, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands to the floor and chaturanga or downward dog. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two, and hold. If the arms are tired, take them out. Straighten through that front leg. Inhale, reverse triangle. Take a couple breaths. Exhale, reach the right fingertips forward. Tuck the left hip back and just reach that arm. Just reach until you can't reach anymore. And then just drop the arm. Left arm comes directly over right. Bend the knee, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor. However you want to, make your way back to your downward dog. Step the left foot forward, right heel down, inhale, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two, and hold. Straighten the front leg. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Exhale, reach those left fingertips forward and just reach, tuck that right hip back. Reach, reach, reach. And then just drop that left arm. Right arm comes directly over left. Trikonasana. Bend that front knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor. Find your way back to your downward dog. Inhale to a plank and lower yourself all the way to the floor. Take a nice deep falling out breath. We're going to reach the arms down alongside the body. Bring the chin to the floor. Bring the heels together, the knees together, and just lift the legs. See if you can keep the chin to the floor, so your shoulders are probably going to want to root down to the floor. So just lifting the legs. Another option is to interlace the fingers underneath the body so that you're lying on the arms. You lift the legs. And release. Let the arms go. Head can rest on either cheek. Reach the arms overhead. Palms face down. Bring either the forehead or the chin to the floor. Tent the fingers. And bring the heels and the knees together. As you start to lift the legs, start to lift the head, the neck, and the chest. Hands can stay tented, or you can start to lift the arms for a full Shavasana. And release. I'm going to bend the knees and grab the ankles, and if this does not work for your body, you can take any variation of Shavasana or a cobra that works for you. So any other backward bend if this is not accessible. If you have the ankles, then start to kick back into the hands. Let the legs lift the upper body. And release. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders and push yourself up to hands and knees, and then come to stand on your knees. If you need extra padding underneath the knees, you can take that towel or the pillow underneath the knees. But if you're at home, maybe you've got a nice squishy mat that you don't need that extra padding, or you have a carpet that you can be on. So the knees are underneath the hips, the shoulders are over the hips. Step the right foot out to one side. Let the right hand slide down, left arm comes up and over. And see if you can kind of open the heart, reach the heart up a little bit more and kick the hips forward a little bit more, like it's a little bit of a backward bend. And then reverse that. So you're going to kind of round in a little bit so that the shoulder and the gaze kind of comes down. The hips kick back a little bit more of a forward fold, and then inhale, roll that heart back up and open. And find your way back up. Bring that right knee down. Reach the left leg out. Slide the left hand down. Reach that right arm up and over. And again, see if you can kick the hips forward a little bit and open the heart. And then round all of that in, kind of closing the shoulders a little bit. Hips come back. And then inhale, open the heart, kick the hips forward again. Inhale your way back up. Both knees are on the floor. Option to tuck the toes here. I'm needing a little extra padding underneath my knees right now, so. Option to tuck the toes here. Bring the hands to the hips. I'm going to start to kick the hips forward a little bit. Lift the heart. Come into a backward bend. Maybe the hands stay at the hips, or you release them to the heels. Just keep the head and the neck in line with the spine. Try to not let the head just fall off your shoulders. As you exhale, come back up. Tuck the toes if they're not tucked. Walk the knees together and come to sit on the heels. If that's a lot of pressure on the feet, just bring the hands forward a little bit. Less weight on the heels. Just giving yourself an opportunity to get into the feet and to gently counter posture. And bring the hands down, untuck the toes so that the tops of the feet are on the floor. Maybe this is plenty for the tops of your feet. Or you can root the hands into the floor a little bit here and then lift one knee, lift the other knee. Maybe you lift both. And then find your way to a seat. If you want something to sit on to prop your sits bones a little bit, that folded up towel or pillow is really helpful here. And extend both legs straight out in front of you. Pull the feet in, like you're going to pull the toes up towards the body. And then engage the legs so strongly that you pick up the heels. Lift the heart, get nice and tall, and soften the shoulders. Hands come down. Dandasana, staff pose. And start to walk your way forward here. Legs stay active, hands can come to the shins, knees, or anywhere that feels best. And reach the heart forward for a forward fold. Parsvottanasana. And feel free to stay here, but if you're somebody who wants a little extra challenge, you can take a twisted variation. So the right hand will come to the outside of the right foot. Wait, is that up? Yeah, okay. Or you can kind of tuck that elbow to the outside there. Left hand can come to the sacrum and you can just start to twist. Or you can bring that left arm up and over, reaching for the opposite foot. And come back out. And then reach that left hand to the outside of the right foot. You can kind of like twist your whole hand over. And then that right hand comes to the sacrum and you just kind of twist. Or you can reach yourself forward a little bit more. And that right arm can come up and over and reach that opposite foot. And come back out. If you've twisted, just reach the heart forward one more time, lengthening both sides of the spine. Come back up. We're going to take the hands, put them right down next to the hips, and then walk the hands back so that you're kind of leaning on the arms. Option to keep the legs straight here. Root the big toe mounds down and lift the hips for Parsvottanasana. Or you can bend the knees and root the feet in and take a reverse tabletop here. So your choice. Feel free to play with both of them. And release. I'm going to bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. For Baddha Konasana, reach the heart forward. And find your way back up. We're going to get into the hips just a little bit and then come into some closing postures. So option to take ankle to knee, which just means ankles and knees are aligned and the shins are on top of each other. Your knee might be up more, you might be nice and flat. This posture might not work for you, so maybe the feet slide a little bit closer together, or maybe one leg comes in front of the other. So just find any sort of posture here that works on getting into your hip. One final variation, you can also extend that bottom leg and just take a figure 4 with that top leg. And just start to reach the heart forward. You can take this as kind of a rag doll, so a much more passive posture, just letting yourself hang out. If it's intense, you can use the arms as support so you don't have all of your top body weight pulling you down. And take a nice deep breath and let it fall out. And take another. And find your way back up. And we're going to switch sides. So the other leg comes on top or in front, or notice that this side might be different than the other, so maybe it wants a little more sensation or less, or a different posture. I mean, a different variation of the posture. And find your way into it. And find your way back up. We're going to extend both legs again. And just take a soft forward fold here just for a breath or two. And come back up. We're going to come to lie on the back. So lying flat on the back. We're going to bend the knees and root the feet into the floor. And find a nice strong base with the feet. Start to push into the feet, lift the hips. Reach the shoulders down away from the neck. Come into your bridge and hold. Option to take that stack of books or a block and place it underneath that pelvic bone for a supported bridge here. Or option to come into your shoulder stand. And just breathe wherever you are. If you're in your shoulder stand, let the feet drop over the head, coming into plow. Even if you're in that supported bridge, you can still find your way into plow if that's a posture that sounds really yummy to you right now. And you can tuck the knees in towards the ears for Karnapidasana. And roll all the way back down onto your back. Extend the legs. I'm going to hug that left knee in, and then let the left knee cross over the body, lifting the hips, coming into a twist. Hug that left knee back in, roll onto the back. Extend the left leg and hug the right knee in. And then let that right leg cross over the center of the body, lifting the hips, coming into a twist on this side. Hug that knee back and roll onto the back. Take any other movements or postures that your body might need in order to feel complete and close your practice. And as you're ready, finding your way into Shavasana or corpse pose or any other resting posture. Take any layers, any support. And start to just drop into the floor. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as it suits you for your practice today. I'm going to start to close us out, so if you'd like to join me, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Make any movements that feel good to wake yourself up. Eventually finding your way to a seat. Again, staying in your Shavasana if that's where you'd like to be. And take a few deep breaths, just letting them fall out. And take the hands and let them find the body wherever they land. Take a deep breath in. Let it fall out. And take a moment here to ask yourself, How do I want to show up for the rest of my day? And how do I see myself doing that? Take a moment in gratitude, thanking your body for its support, thanking yourself for taking the time to practice. We'll close with a single Om. Take a deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you for joining today, and thank you for continuing your practice at home, in whatever space that you can find for yourself. Until next time.